What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everybody doing? I am waiting for a minute to get everybody inside of here. How's everyone? We got some things to address today. The Empress is going to be wearing her Empress attire in spirit today. I have to play some, what is that? Peter Gabriel. I'm on my way. I'm making it big time. Okay. Honey, because a bitch got some haters. The Empress got some haters, honey. I didn't even know. I got only 589 subscribers, and I somehow collected a few haters along the way. Hmm, pretty much my life. I'm gonna wait a while for some more people to get up in here. And if you guys are on Discord, please tell the other babies that I am in the building. Okay. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer for some more folks to get up in the room. I hope everybody's Saturday is doing well, very, very well. And if you can, thumbs up this video as soon as you see it so I can get some more traction and some more haters. I'm gonna wait a little while longer. I think everybody is out. What's going on? What's up, Light Angle? How are you, honey? How are you? There's a plotting, baby. Okay, plotting bitches, just plotting. Like I ain't even. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Wake up 4 o'clock in the morning to some crazy shit, girl. What's up, Shauna? How you doing, honey? How's everybody? Honey, the Empress got to come in the building and do some housekeeping and address some of these crazy ass people that seem to be finding their way to my channel all of a sudden. Okay, do me a favor, y'all. Thumbs up this video so we can get it a little bit more in traction and stuff like that. And let's try to make sure we spread the news because I have made it, honey. If I've got me a couple of haters. What's up, Tay? How are you? How are you, Don? How are you? And where's everybody at? Everybody's over Discord discussing. Y'all don't forget a bitch come on Saturday. I come on TV on Saturday on YouTube. Tell them girls over Discord, Pat, it's on. Put the TV on, honey. Y'all over there just chatting up, just don't forget about a bitch. I hope everybody is having a great Saturday so far, wherever you guys are. I am always thankful that you guys come and hang out with your girl on Saturday. You know, I love every last one of you all. I see you all getting your life. What's up, Miss Shirley? You get carried away on IG. Yeah, me and Miss Shirley was going back and forth on IG. And y'all know I have a very deep relationship with you guys. Any of you all can hit me up on Discord, ask me anything at any time of the day, and I do reply back to you all. I watch everything that's happening on Discord as well, and some of the things that you guys are talking about. Every once in a while, you'll see me put a laugh face or whatever on some of the comments that are on there. But honey, let's do some housekeeping this morning. All right. I had woke up this morning to a disturbing comment. Now the person erased the comment, but you know your girl had to go in on him a little bit. Now that was on one of my videos called Parasite. Everybody knows that I do videos all the time on different reviews, and reviews are my opinion only. I am open to disagreement. You all know that people have different thoughts on different types of subjects or any of the reviews that I do, period. Everybody's not gonna agree with my thought of something or my observation of a movie or things like that. I totally expect that. This is YouTube, okay? But what I don't appreciate is people who attack me as a person, saying that how can I call myself an expert on Chinese dramas? My channel does not say expert Chinese drama person. My channel's name is the Chinese Drama Addict, just like all of you all are Chinese drama addicts. Okay. And I just happen to be Black. Okay. Now, some people find that a little disturbing. You know what I'm saying? But strangely enough, there are a lot of Black people that do like Chinese dramas just like I do. However, for some people, they tend to think that because I am African American or just an American, period, and that's what I consider myself, American, because this is the country I live in, and I happen to be black, that I shouldn't have an opinion. Yeah, it got a little deep. And I said to myself, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? There's different people with different channels all on YouTube that talk about whatever they want to talk about, and I do not cut them or say anything negative that about what they choose to have as their content. That's their prerogative on their channel. And I want to say this, that all disagreements are welcomed, all positive comments are welcomed. Okay, you're not going to break me one way or the other with whatever you have to say. You understand what I'm saying? But the one thing I am about the reviews that I do, because I am of another color or another race, I am very, very, very discreet in how I review things and how I talk about things. Now, you may hear me curse a little bit, but that's just in general conversation. What's up, Lorraine? What's up, everybody? You understand? That's just in general conversation for me. That's just me being me. And if you can't take me being me, then fuck you. You know where the door is. Okay? All right. That's what makes my channel a little different. I'm going to always be who I am. And I do not like shaming or hurting anybody else's cultures. I have Asian people that watch this channel. I have people from Africa watching this channel. I have people from India watching this channel. And they get their life every damn Saturday fucking around with me. Okay, and a whole bunch of white folks from all over the place, over in Germany, Bosnia, all these other places watching me on this channel. So I do not offend. I try very hard not to offend anybody. Okay, as far as the Chinese culture, I absolutely love the Chinese culture. I find it very interesting. It's something that I'm interested in, and I absolutely adore and love to watch their dramas and their movies. Okay, and I felt like I, as an African American, wanted to sit up here and make a channel where other people like me don't have to feel like they're on a fucking island by themselves and feel weird that they sit there and watch this shit. Okay? Because I do. I watch it. And I love every minute of it. But as far as the haters, I guess because I have 580 subscribers there, honey, I guess I'm coming into that world of you got random ass, crazy ass people who have set up here, and strangely enough, you know, anger has laid a couple of eggs in their assholes, and it's like giving them irritation or something. I don't know what's going on, but I hope they find some over-the-counter shit for that flare up there. But I'm not here for it. Okay, that's just not me. So I try, like I said, very hard to make sure I do not offend anybody in any of my reviews at all. Okay, now. It says absolutely people are ready for Asian dramas to, and they may not be ready for Asian dramas to go worldwide. Okay, but the reality is, as with these apps and all of these things that we have out here, it's going to happen. You're going to have fans and haters from all over the world. Okay, you're going to have them. All right, even in Yensi Palace. Every time the story, the beginning of the show began with that, that's the opera singing, that shit had me dying. But that's a part of their culture. Okay? I can't trip on that shit. It's part of their culture. All right? But am I gonna sit up here and make fun out of it? No. You understand what I'm saying? But like Miss Brenda told me today, embrace the haters. So I'm gonna embrace them. And as the Asian culture gets bigger and bigger and bigger, you're gonna have bigger fans. I always say underneath the different actors that I particularly care for, that I like, that I am crushing on, I tell them, I'm like, honey, say hi to the black girls, because you got some fans over here too, honey. We waving on the side of the curb too while you going past on the parade. We on the sidewalk waving as well, baby. How you doing? You fine? You cute? You understand what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I have my preferences with men. I like all men of all persuasions. Okay? As long as they know how to talk right, and as long as they know how to treat me right, I don't have a problem with any man of any color. Okay? Do I like my brothers? Absolutely, honey. I'm always gonna love my brothers. Okay? They come above all. However, if you're fine, I'm gonna tell you you're fine. Okay, whether you're Chinese, Asian, Taiwanian, or Japanese, if your ass is got it, a bitch gonna tell you you got it. All right. Now, if you mad at me about that, then you know what? You need to do something with yourself. But when it comes down to me being me and a black woman saying what I feel like I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Okay? Period. Now, since we got that out of the way, Maymays, that just got me, honey. Waking up 5 o'clock in the morning, somebody talking shit to you. Y'all know how black women are. We don't hair all over the place. Who the fuck is on my phone talking crazy first thing in the morning? Okay. But I saw it and the person erased the comment. And I literally said, honey, I don't miss nothing on my page. Okay, nothing. I know probably if I even got over 10,000 subscribers, I'll probably look at every complete comment. You know, and it's right. Racists are racist. And I mean, they really got in their feelings, honey, and wrote me a whole motherfucking book. Okay. And I'm sitting out here like, damn. Of how you know, it's thousands how I did not know another language. You don't know this, you don't know that. I watched a damn movie, Parasite. I have seen many movies. And that movie, I'm sorry, I can't see why it was some type of, you know, masterpiece, because it compared standing next to a movie like Memoirs of a Geisha. No fucking comparison. None at all. Memoirs of a Geisha had an excellent storyline, magnificent cinematography, magnificent on top of the world actors. Baby, that movie had me go buy it. It's a part of my fucking collection. And if I feel like Academy Award winning movies are movies that make your ass get up and say, I need that to see that again at my own time, whenever I want to see them. Okay? That's always been that bar with me, that I want to own that shit to see that whenever I want. What is that? Crouching Hidden Tiger Dragon. Another one. Deserved the Academy Awards it got. Hands down. Now, Parasite, next to those, I don't know. I don't know what Parasite was running up against that year. But that was the bar I was looking at as far as a movie being called a masterpiece. And that's me. Okay? Now, that's my opinion. Other people may have theirs. But as far as other people with their opinions and talking crazy to me, unless somebody's paying you for your fucking review, I don't give a damn. Okay? I don't. All right? So in order to make racists more upset, y'all thumbs up this video. All my maymays, thumbs this motherfucker up so it can get some traction, so they can understand that racism, I'm not a racist person. Ain't no Chinese person or no Taiwanian person, Indonesian, and Malaysian person ever done shit to me. All right? Nothing. And I have nothing against entertainment. And entertainment is not just for one set of people to be able to make a comment on. Okay? Period. It says, sorry, they just jealous. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the jealousy is. I done seen some strange shit going on YouTube with a couple of other different people that I'm sitting up here saying to myself, now, I know I don't have a lot of viewers, but I know certain people are peeping my channel out, and I am growing and organically growing. You know what I'm saying? It says the same thing. I said the same thing about that movie. It was nothing compared to what's out there, and at least bringing other people's attention to dramas. And that's true. Okay, I took a look at Parasite because, to be honest with you, one of my subscribers said, I want you to do a review on it. And I did it. I saw it. It was on, on one of the apps that I have, threw it up on a smart TV and said, let me see what this is about, seeing as that it did win all of these Academy Awards. So I'm thinking I'm about to see another, level of damn that I saw with Memoirs of a Geisha. And it didn't come anywhere near that as far as, intrigue, storyline, cinematography, all of that. It was just something on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And I've also seen dramas that could run right up there with Memoirs of a Geisha. Okay, Yancy Palace is one of them. So there's sometimes you have to, look over people. And since I got haters, like I said, I done made it, y'all. I got some haters. I got people coming over channel talking shit to me and everything. But as far as, talk crazy that I'm black and all of that shit now, that don't rub me too right. And I'm not, like I said, I never anywhere on any of my reviews ever said that I was an expert at anything as far as reviewing. I'm not. I'm a person that just likes that kind of stuff. Movie and drama is not for everyone. Like you guys, like Love is Sweet. I dropped it. Exactly. I love Love is Sweet. I thought it was the cutest thing ever, but it was cute because the male lead is, I'm crushing on Mr. Leo, even though he's tiny, but he's the cutest little thing ever. But some people did not like Love is Sweet. Says jealousy is people live in that bubble all their lives and they find it difficult to accept wisdom from other sources other than their own world. You're absolutely right, Light Angle. And then us being locked down is not helping because people losing their damn minds, y'all. These girls is losing their minds, and when I say girls, I am including these bitch ass men. These they losing their fucking mind. Okay. It says it was a good movie. Not everyone is going to like, and it's true. Not everybody is going to like. It's just like YouTube, and not everybody's going to like everybody's reviews. Not everybody's going to like the subject matter that you talk about. It's people who do plants on YouTube, and I sit up here and say they boring. And then there's other people that do plants on YouTube, and I'm sitting up here like, damn, I can do that to my yard. It all depends on the person and who's bringing it. As for the trolling is short for I have no life and I have a lot of issues going on and I'm going to spit venom on random people on different platforms. It's true. I'm like, I've seen videos where I did not like certain things that people did a video on. I might not have agreed with the subject matter. You know what I'm saying? And it may piss you off so bad you give them a thumbs down. Okay. I mean, but really, what is that gonna do to their life? They gonna crawl up in a bed somewhere and cry? Like, really? And it describes competition. It does. Like I said, I've seen some people bite some shit from my channel, and I ain't tripping on it, and they much bigger than me. All right, but it's okay because at some point we may become competition. Who knows? Maybe that's just a premiere of, baby, what's to come? Okay? What is to come? It's like learned how to make a decorate cake. Yes. Okay, on YouTube, messing around with Jeffree Star, he taught me how to blend some serious colors on makeup. He really did. Shoot, your reviews are live. He said your reviews are live, and I love that. Firsthand, interactive versus everybody else with the robotics saying same things. And thank you, Light Angle. That's why, like I said, I wanted to come at this channel a little bit differently. I wanted to have an interaction with you guys because it's one thing to come to somebody's channel and see something that they've already recorded and it's in front of you and you have your kikis off of that, and then there's some people who like that, and then there's other people who actually want to talk because they want to share their thoughts too. And that's the reason why Discord was an area where I felt like not only are you going to go over there and have live conversations with other people that are watching the same things you watch or get some new ideas of what to watch from other people that other people are watching, or shit that you thought you might want to see, and they say, girl, skip that shit and save you 30 episodes of watching some bullshit that you're gonna be mad at yourself for watching and investing time. I like that. And then the icing on the cake is I might make some new fucking friends. Okay, because I hit up Miss Shirley today like she was my mama. Okay, and Brenda, like she my damn sister. Girl, let me tell you what these motherfuckers did today. I'm loving this because me being a Doc Holliday from the movie Tombstone, I don't have very many friends. And y'all remember how Doc Holliday was in Tombstone? That motherfucker was your Huckleberry. Okay? That's me. That's my personality. So when I do find people that I jive with, I cherish them. And all of you guys are those people. So I love the fact that I have this kind of relationship. I don't think I've seen it anywhere else on YouTube, to be honest with you, where we meet someplace else and we also talk on Saturdays and you guys could get to hear the stuff that I'm watching. So I wanted to address that today. And those it says those with thin skin should not read other reviews on movies. No, they shouldn't. No, they should, because there's some movies that I absolutely adore. Look, I am a Prince fan from the cradle to the grave. All right, and I'm not talking about Purple Rain Prince Rain. I'm talking about when he first started out, and the shit that when Purple Rain's whole hoopla was over, I was still buying his shit and going to his concerts. Okay, now let me tell you something. That's a true fucking fan who knows music that people like, well, what's that? And I didn't know he wrote that. And I didn't know he did that. And I didn't know this. No, I'm one of those fans that are like that. And I actually loved his music for real, for real. But there are some people who did not like the movie Under the Cherry Moon or Graffiti Bridge. I don't care if he got on there and said, la, 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 and shook his ass however he shook it. I was watching faithfully. Okay. And some people did not like those two movies. They did not, but I did. Okay, it says, honestly, I love our group sharing issues and helping each other love it, like we deal with real issues based on Chinese dramas, from mental health to dating, family issues, and all. Thank you so much, Brenda. It says, I finished Love is Sweet, rated 7.5, and 65% of it is about Leo. You ain't live, Miss Shirley. It was about Mr. Leo. And it says, another wouldn't change the group. I wouldn't change either. I love every single last one of those ladies that are on that platform. It says, right now we get to openly discuss topics in depth to satisfaction and just not watch a movie and comment and blah, blah, blah. You're right. That's why it makes the whole channel a lot different, because you actually get to know me a little bit. I get to know you guys a little bit. It's not just somebody talking at you. Okay, we all go back and forth together. You know what I'm saying? And during this lockdown where everybody's life is changing right now, everybody's life has changed. Okay, let's not fucking sugarcoat shit. All right, we all know that after November 3rd over here in America, ain't a motherfucking thing gonna change. All right, they literally said they're not trying to fight COVID. Okay, so what does that say? They're going to let some people die on purpose, as they already have, almost 200,000 people. And then they're going to let some more die. You on your own out here, okay? Jobs and stuff like that are not really, really coming back like that. So we don't know where we're going to fall. You got people worried about their unemployment running out, worried about when somebody's going to be able to, money's going to come in, go out. How I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that, how I'm going to keep food on the table and all these things. All of these things are playing into our emotional set. And I think that's where people get on their computers and go crazy at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning talking shit to people they don't even know. You understand? But at the end of the day, I need you guys to understand that's the reason why we have Discord, because it kind of gives us a little sanity. It takes our mind off of what's going on in our regular world, and we can look at some other things. Like I told you all, Chinese dramas was my getaway. It was my place to get myself together. And many of you, it's the same exact thing. Y'all remember to thumbs up this video so that way we can get it in traction and get some more haters so they can get told, where they can go. What they, little eggs that they have laid of hate, and stuff like that. Because they don't know. This bitch will tell you, kiss my ass, honey, on the hottest day in India. All right. I'm sorry. I do not care. You don't understand? But at 4 o'clock in the morning, nobody want to see that shit. Okay? But at the end of the day, what's up? What is that? Aisha? Alicia, right? How are you? And Denise is up in here too. Okay. It says, Pat, I was on this platform, and as you grow, as you are going to be one of those, you are going to get those haters, and you're going to be ready for those type of ambushes. And if you're not doing something wrong, you're right. And that's something that Brenda had to remind me. She's like, Pat, you're going to get this. This is a part of the YouTube thing. This is a part of being out in public. And I tend to forget that because I've always been in the background of people. You have to understand, when you're in the background, you don't get them hits. But when you out there in front, it's another ball game. You understand? So for me, I finished up Love is Sweet. I finished up I'm still watching Nine Tail because that shit is good. I'm sorry. When you get 2 episodes on a video and they upload it to Viki and it's 2 episodes and you like, damn, I gotta wait till next week to see the next 2 episodes. That's a damn good drama. Our boy from Goblin, he got him 1. Y'all got to give it up for him. He got him 1. And he is so cute in this. And I'm loving this. I'm loving it. So intense. It's so good. Yes, get on that train. Right now, we are up to, I think, episode 7 and 8. I think it's 6 and 7. No, 8. Okay? So if you have not got on Nine Tail, get on Nine Tail and ride the train with your maymays, because this is really, really good. Not one episode have I seen that I was like, yeah. And even my daughter, who don't watch this shit, is watching this shit. She's coming. Did they upload the subtitles yet? She is on me. She is on me. So our boy has got him another one, and they keep making little references about him being death and Grim Reaper. It's just so cute. I am so happy for him. And that is an excellent birthday present for any actor that their drama that's on right now is doing very well. Okay, so my hat is off to him. So happy for him. And I think the Black Fox is starting to hate his brother, but he will be willing to sacrifice it all to save his brother. Yes, the Black Fox is like a jealous sibling, a jealous younger sibling or older sibling. And that's how he acts. He felt like he abandoned him in some type of way. And I think with this last episode, when he comes and saves him first, they might end up working it together because I think this is going to be bigger than they expected. Yes, it's cool. I'm telling you, isn't that a lovely birthday present for that boy? His birthday is on November 6th, and he has a hit on his hands. He seriously has a hit on his hands, and I am so proud of him. And congratulations to him. Congratulations to our boy Def from Goblin on his new drama. Y'all know I don't know how to pronounce these damn names, so I ain't trying to fuck them up and make somebody mad. But he knows exactly who he is, and I am so happy. And he is hot. He looks great. It's clear he has grown up even in height since Goblin, and I'm loving him in this. I'm absolutely loving him in this. This is really good. And whoever they had editing this shit, they're getting a little better at it because I told y'all they had that weird shit where they go back and redo it. I'm like, what the fuck is that? But hopefully it'll be pretty good. Oh, okay. What's up, Shauna? Shauna is on the 8th. So yeah, it's Scorpio season. That's my granddaughter's birthday too. Flower of Evil. I knew Flower of Evil was gonna be good. I knew it was gonna be good. I watched a couple of 2 episodes of it, and I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't found my way back to it yet. Because at times I forget I got the app Viki at times, fucking around with YouTube. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you guys about that has me a little disturbed. Now, there's 2 movies that are getting ready to come out with our babies in it, Mr. Mark Chow and Mr. Kenton, Mr. CK. Baby, he is coming out, baby. Our baby is coming out. Mr. CK is coming out with a new movie. I'm just happy to see him. I'm happy to see Mark Chow so I can But I saw some shit in this that kind of had me on some of the trailers here on YouTube that had me a little concerned. And this is why. Hollywood in America has been kind of shut down a little bit. And I saw some the metaphysics and some of the symbolism that was inside of the trailers that took me aback. Because there's a lot of magic and all that stuff that's inside both Mark Chow and Mr. Kent Chun's new movie coming in. And just on the trailers, I'm looking at, what I'm saying, some of the symbolism. I'm like, this shit I only seen in Hollywood, okay, here in America. Now that China is starting to come up into mainstream with their movies and it's getting to be more popular with global fans, I'm looking at that same essence of metaphysics and I'd say this demonology coming over into the Chinese drama area. And I've watched a lot of Chinese dramas with a lot of magic, and I've never seen certain symbols in any of their movies until now. That let me know that they know that America is dying financially and completely, and now they're going to where the money is. And when I saw that, it took me aback. I'm like, hold up. Now I'm a spiritual practitioner and I know what the fuck that shit means. And I'm seeing this in they movies. Now that kind of disturbed me a little bit. Yeah, like Head Monster, yeah, Monster Hunter, yeah, not that one. I'm talking about the ones that are about to come out. If you go look at the trailers. Yes, they did. Go look at the trailers for the two new movies. I think one is coming out at Christmas, and another one is coming out, I think, a little bit into 2021. Yeah, the Ting Yang Master. Go look at them. You're going to see the pentagrams and all this shit. I'm like, hold up. I done seen a whole bunch of them symbols and things like that with what I call them, gosh, what are they called? You see a lot of these same symbols inside of Kabbalism, and which shocked me because it's Kabbalism. This is not normal Chinese symbols that we see. That when they bring up, they do their little hand things and stuff like that. That's not the normal shit that we see. This time, this is straight Kabbalism and some, like I said, and some of it demon work. And I mean, straight out demon work in your face. And I was like, wait a minute, this just the damn trailer. And I'm like, I know what that symbol means. I know what that symbol means. I know what the fuck that symbol means. Wait a minute, since when is this inside Chinese dramas? Since when? Since when has this showed up inside of their shit? So that lets me know that cabal or group of people have moved over away from America over into Chinese cinema. And that's really sad. It's similar shit. And you know what I'm saying? I was watching one drama yesterday called Dear Prince on Amazon. That let me see how they handle their stars, which actually I was like, what? I'm like, they handlers are awful. I was like, if this happens to big stars, this guy was playing as a movie star and he had a handler that was handling him it was shocking. Okay. I'm sitting up here like, damn, you can't do this. You can't say this. No wonder they don't really speak or interact with their fans like that. I'm like, if they got handlers that's basically putting muzzles on their face, you can't talk to her because of this and this and this. I'm like, wow. Now, this is just a drama with a person acting as a big time, you know what I'm saying, handler for a superstar. And this is just in a drama. So we know this is all fictional, but are the handlers that damn deep over there handling these stars? Because it makes sense because none of them run their own Facebooks. None of them handle their own. Only, the smaller stars handle their own IG pages. None of them are really handling their real stuff like they do here in America. You understand? So at the end of the day, I'm looking at. I would be sad to see that this bullshit this underworld bullshit that they do with inside the movies find its way over into China. I would really, it would be a sad day for me to see that. And I'm beginning to see that it is, because I was like, I know me. I always see into things a little bit more than other people do. I see the shit that people say, oh, that went right past me. How did you see that? I didn't see that. I saw it. Some people are really good at seeing shit. It says Google, Facebook. It says Google, Facebook, and not allowed. And I think Weibo. It says yes. It says it's all slave contracts, and you're a long time veteran actor, and it's obvious. I mean, I can tell by the way they handle themselves in public. It's very standoffish. It's, and they don't seem very happy about it. You know what I'm saying? Here in America, the stars are way more friendlier and a little bit more interactive. But I like I said, I see things that a lot of people miss, and you don't see it. Other people don't see it until it's too late, and they're like, "Damn, this is going on." So yeah, I think they've introduced a lot of satanic things inside of the movies that they're doing now. So it's a K-dramas interact with their fans. Yes, they do. That's what I'm saying. But they do. But I'm talking about them big ones like Ye Ming and Dariba and a couple of others. It's very hands off. Those season ones is very hands off. It's like they're in their own fucking bubble somewhere. Says, I noticed that a while ago too. It was always certain Asian handlers that are far more sinister than the American ones. But who really knows? Yeah. But it's like that all over the world. But like, you're right. You're absolutely right, Alicia. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad to see it. It really is. I was hoping that they could erase themselves from that, because we see it in our music videos. We see it in our movies all the time. It was a breath of fresh air to see magical fantasy movies that did not contain that kind of shit. Because what you don't understand about metaphysical things is that people who are good at it, like me, it's in your face and you don't even realize that it is. It's right there in broad daylight. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when you came in my house, the things that I use to protect my house, you would think they're just a decoration, but actually that's a protection thing. You know what I'm saying? I know what they're there for. You don't. And unless you are into that kind of shit, you wouldn't know what it is. The government censors all the time releases. That's why we don't see Wolf release after 3 years of waiting. Yes, they do censor it. They do say, I know about the censoring, but these major movies, they not censoring them. Them motherfuckers is going to drop with Mr. CK, and Mark Chow, them dropping come Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And the issue with understanding the movie backgrounds and satanic-ish is that they do not have access to the media to see what it's all about. And yes, they don't. Because even some of the clothes that I watched in this one show, the Love Knot, this boy was, I'm like, you sitting here just wearing a complete fucking pentagram with no problem on at all. I'm like, your whole clothes say nothing but satanic, things all over. And it's like, oh, do you realize what you're wearing? Do you have any idea what you call into yourself? It's just weird. And once the government censors celebrity, your career is pretty much over. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I like what, Tanya, exactly. I have crystals in my house. Some people don't know what that shit is. I have pyramids in my house. You understand what I'm saying? Some people don't know what that is. You understand? You might see salt inside my windshield, inside the areas of my windows. People are like, well, what the fuck is that? You don't know what that is. You have no idea. But those are protection things. You understand? It said Lord to the movie because of a fan being had tax issues. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. People do not have access to Google over in those other countries to find out, oh shit, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? That I'm doing. And then either they'll buy certain things and they say, oh, I saw this shit in the movie. And you have no fucking idea that the shit that you bought in the movie is actually something that'll make a porter to your house for some shit to come in. You don't know. It says, I remember Union just talking about how he was stuck in a dungeon for 4 years in a corporation that handles him so he could learn his crafts. Yeah. Baby, that shit is deep. It's deep. It's deeper than you know. It really is. And honestly, quiet as kept. A lot of people, a lot of other practitioners told me, Pat, you would have never ever gotten into the mainstream part of music because as soon as you walked in, your aura would have told everybody exactly who and what you were. And they would have not let you come in because I think I remember going to one party that was full of very, very famous people. And it was like being in a room with a bunch of fucking dead ass zombies, and you the only motherfucker in the room with a light and blood and blood in you, and they're just flocking to you from everywhere. It was so weird. It was the weirdest shit. Me and the person that I went there with, he's like, "You see how these people are just coming up on you like that?" I said, "I know why they are." And then the person who actually knew who I was and what they were seeing with me was highly offended that I was there. But there were other people that were like, let her stay, let her stay, let her stay. They were like fucking vampires and shit. It was really a fucked up experience to be in a room with people like that. What's up? Okay. Yeah, it's called Holly Weird. Yeah, and I couldn't have been there. It says this is why they're famous outside of Asia stars like Limo popular in the world because they have the liberty to do what they want. And I'm sure they do because like I said, it to me is very obvious they live inside bubbles. And those bubbles are fucking airtight. You understand what I'm saying? And if you try to step outside that bubble, you're just gonna be hell to pay. And like I said, I'm just watching the drama and I'm looking at how this handler is. And I would have told him, you know what, you're taking your job a little bit too fucking serious, bro. I'm gonna have to knock your ass on your ass a few times. I can see I would probably never make it in that. Talking Singapore and one of sweet saying, just want to say it's sweet to watch Chinese dramas. It's pretty rare. And I love your reviews. And I must say, as a Chinese, you are spot on a lot. Thank you so much. Hello from Singapore, Ebony. All right, we got a May from Ebony. What's up? And big shout out to all the watchers over in Singapore, baby. That's what I'm talking about. We international babies up in here. Okay? It says my stepbrother taught a wild boy a Ouija board in the house, and my husband had it fit and they threw it away. That's what he should have did. It says he's from Jamaica and they're not having it. And Jamaicans would know about that too. Ouija boards are definitely portals. Look, me being who I am, the other day I was in my house and I happened to be thinking about something, and I literally saw a shadow move from one room to another out the corner of my eye. Now I know there's things in my house. Not this house is haunted. I have protectors in this house. But there is one particular spirit that comes here and checks in on me all the time. And I believe it's my brother. Okay, that he died as a baby. But every time something gets ready to happen in my family, this particular spirit always stands right next to me. And he's always in black. And I can't see it and I can feel another person there, but it's not a disturbing feeling. See, there you have to understand, I know disturbing spirits from spirits that are somewhat friendly or ones that are checking you out. I've had spirits sit up here and take their head, literally, when I'm in somebody else's house and something there is curious about me, I literally feel like somebody takes their hand and squeezes my head like this. And I can feel a pulsating of it. You understand? So trust me, I get it. You know, it says there's no escaping it. They live in a platform. They have a platform, and it's likely that their handlers are controlled. And they are controlled because you can kind of hear when you try to reach out to them about certain things, just the cuttiness. It just comes off shitty as fuck. And it's like, boo, you may be big where you are, but to the rest of the world, you just getting there. And if I were you, and this is just me being an opportunist, I would bring that shit down a little bit and might want to take a listen to be able to take my particular client to another level. Okay? Because you never know. Just like I'm a little tiny person right now, you never know that I might blow up and be somebody big one day, and you be like, that bitch got in touch with me years ago, and I treated her like shit, and now we want to be on her show. See, I always remember stuff like that because it's always been my biggest thing is that I've watched people be a nobody like me and then turn around and they fucking Wendy Williams. Okay? They just nobody. Somebody on a radio station, normal little job, making a little salary, and then all of a sudden they got their own fucking national television show. That's how life can be. 1 minute you may be nothing, and it's you something. I've seen many YouTubers that they were just on YouTube, and then all of a sudden they are wilding out, or they're actually on videos with Justin Bieber and shit. It's like, hold up, wait a minute, you was just on YouTube, and I would just see you here and there doing little videos, and now you're a full-fledged fucking star. Okay, what's up? Like I said, girl, you are Ebony. You part of the Maybays, honey. You done stepped into the Maybay room. Okay, there's a lot of stars that are undergone mind control, spiritual programming. Yeah, it is deep, and I can kind of tell which ones that have. You can tell the ones that's empty and ain't nothing going on up in here. You can tell just by looking at them. And I feel sorry for them. I really do. But I do feel like Mark Chow, he's one of them ones that'll say, you know what, I'm going to make my money. And when this shit get weird, I'm gone. He looked like one of the dudes. And not to mention, he one of them damn Virgo/Libras on the cusp. It says, I've been around this spiritual action and it feels like something else. It does feel like something else, and you never get used to that shit, Alicia. You never get used to it. Anybody tells you, oh, it's just a normal thing. No, it's not a normal thing, and you never fucking get used to that shit, ever. And I've been dealing with that shit since I was a little kid. You understand? I'm not scared of it, but it's still, you know what I'm saying? It still fucks you up every time you have one of those encounters. Perfect example, like today is Halloween. I never celebrated Halloween. Okay, when I got to be old enough, I understood the whole realities of Halloween. Okay, Halloween is fun. It can be fun. It's fun as hell here in Chicago. Last time I dressed up was a couple of years ago, and that was for work because everybody needed to participate in the Halloween situation, and I was Maleficent. Okay, but as a whole, this is not a night I go out and party, celebrate, none of that shit. Especially not now, especially not on this particular Halloween because it's a blue moon and it's Halloween. And blue moons, the last blue moon we had was during World War II, right before World War II started. So some shit's gonna pop off soon. Yes, when I've had 6th birthday, stay happy. Says wish me all. Oh, what's a happy birthday? Yes, man. What's up? Happy birthday. Y'all gotta sit up here and do y'all thing for Miss. She's 60 years old and still fat, y'all. She's like, I'm 60 years old. I'm fat as hell. Yes, man, honey. She's like, I am. Yes, man, honey. I am the new 50. Okay. I am the new 50. Girl, you ain't 60. You 60 is the new 50, goddammit. I done seen some 70-year-olds still out here popping. Still out here popping and looking good. It's like, so Queen Bee. Okay. So at the end of the day, like I said, I'm watching the symbolism. It's a little disturbing, but I know why they've moved over to the Chinese world. And the reason why they've moved over there is because that's where the money is, and that the Asian world is still, they still going against the odds and making that money. And over here in America, everything's at a fucking standstill. Ain't nobody really taping no movies over here right now. Because Chicago is one of those big places where they do a lot of taping. I'm trying to put on my costume while watching you guys. All right, girl. Well, inside of Discord, you gotta let us see what you wearing, honey. Okay. Now on to other things, which would be how we all gonna handle this lockdown over here. Because I know the UK is going through their shit. The UK is going. That's good that they're filming over in Philadelphia. Chicago is a big filming place too, and I haven't seen them in many other normal places where they film. It was cool with lawsuits 2 years. China and Korea, it says they have not broke the contract, but they have contracts and still have to pay a small percentage of earnings to. Damn. That's what I'm saying. China got some issues when it comes down to that money shit. It's like your ass. Either way, if you go into entertainment, all I gotta say is it's another type of hell. And I think the father upstairs said, Pat, there's two things that can happen here. I can go ahead and bless you and let you come into this world and be a light to some artists, or more than likely what's gonna happen is that you will become like them. Because I do have a mean streak, and I ain't gonna sit up here and lie about it. Everybody know about the bitch in the cave. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not big on letting shit go. Grudge holders. I'm not a grudge holder. I'm gonna get evener, okay? But I knew that in this dog eat dog area of entertainment here in America, I had many people say, you got the face, you got the personality, you would do well in LA. And I was like, I should go. And when I got a chance to go, it was sickening. It was sickening, the shit that people were doing just to get into rooms with certain type of people that ain't really gonna do shit for you. You understand what I'm saying? And I've always been blessed with being able to get right in with the right people all the time. I can find money in a room with no problem. If you wanted to find a husband with some money, honey, come out and hang out with Pat. I'd be able to tell you exactly where to go, what to say, and you'd have your husband who could take care of you well. Okay? But that's just a gift of mine, being able to find wealthy people in a room and be able to sit there long enough and observe and look at them to see exactly what they need. Okay? And talk to them. But I'm just not a person that can use people the way the entertainment area does. Because it's basically a slave thing. And they do talk to you any kind of way. They do let you know, bitch, you're here because of the work that I'm doing. Not because you're such a big thing. Because most of the work is happening behind the scenes. You're just asked to show up, do what you need to do, and get that money, your little money that you're getting. But trust me, the people behind the scenes are making more money than you and calling the shots. Okay? And there are some very strange characters in there who are doing some very strange things for change with people and seeing how far you go. So when you get your TV show, please invite you. Oh, honey, that's not even a question, honey. That's not. Come on. Oh, it's like it will be tickets in the mail. I got a majority of you all who got fans from me. I got your email. I got your emails. I got your home addresses. Y'all will be getting plane tickets. Like, this bitch gonna sit here. All expenses, go ahead. Y'all just come. That's just how I am. But I wanted to also talk about depression during this lockdown right now. America more likely is not going to get locked down. We've been in lockdown indirectly for the last 7 months. Quiet as kept. You can't really go nowhere but to go shop and come back home. None of your major places, none of the small shops that I've gone to, I could go to. I'm not going to go to my, massage therapist and shit like that. I'm not doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? My nails have my signature thing that I've had for years. I have not gone back and done. Been too lazy to do them myself, and stuff like that. And I'm just not big on trusting planes. Like I said, I know how nasty O'Hare Airport is on a regular basis. You think they done click that motherfucker up any better than normal? You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's one of those things. I've never really stopped being off lockdown. I don't have people over my house as much. I don't travel out. When I go to the store, I am in that motherfucker in and out. I'm not hanging around long at all. And I only trust my own house. And there are some people who are really going through an issue right now with being in the house, the bills, all of that stuff coming in on them, and they getting kind of crazy. They have COVID fatigue. They tired of this shit. They are really tired of it. Oh, you just came back from Sephora. What's your recommendation? You know what? The only thing I mess with Sephora for is because they have Fenty there. I love that. I love Fenty. But now that since Rihanna's got her little website up and running, I just get my Fenty from them. I like Sephora. I like Anastasia's products. I like what is it? Anastasia. I think Face It, if I'm not mistaken. It all depends on what you like. I like eyeliner that's blacker than blacker than black. Okay. I like dark lipsticks. I like I like my favorites are Fenty and the Bake. It's called the Beauty Bakery. The Beauty Bakery. And that I like Rihanna in the Beauty Bakery. And honestly, the Beauty Bakery is a black-owned business online, and that girl is good, and she got some good shit. This lipstick don't go nowhere. It don't come off. No matter how much I smoke cigarettes, my face gonna be beat all day. Love it. So I've gained weight. Honey, don't feel bad. My little daughter's friend came down here, and I've been knowing this child since she was in high school. She wanted to come down here. I want to be on your show. Like, you gotta take your ass upstairs to visit my daughter. But she came down here, and when she was here last time for my daughter's first birthday, she was a tiny little thing. That girl bigger than me. I'm like, what the hell you been eating? She done got a little boyfriend, and she all happy and things. So she done gained about 60 pounds. I was like, damn, somebody said you wailing around here. It says the pandemic is serious. Well, I'll tell you this. They're dealing with depression. Yes, they're dealing with losing their jobs. All of these things we all are dealing with. And this is what I want to say to anybody that's dealing with this. You're going to be all right. We all going to be all right. Okay? Right now, this is nothing we can fix. This is nothing that a new president coming in office is going to fix. This is nothing that even in the UK, with them doing whatever they're doing, is going to fix. We got to live through this. Okay? If you've got a roof over your head right now, you got a way to pay some of your bills. You're being real creative and looking for help and things like that online, or different programs and different people like that are trying to help different individuals. Good. But what you need to do, and honestly, is to start talking to your Heavenly Father, because He can open doors that no man can see nor close. Okay? And there are some people who don't have no food, and there's a food bank that's giving them food, and there's some people that can't even find a food bank to give food. There's some people who are upset because they can't have Captain Crunch. They got to eat generic, you know what I'm saying? Crunch from Aldi's, okay? Be happy that you got any of that, because what we're about to go into now is the food shortage. Everybody saw what happened in China as far as those fields and the flooding. People saw what happened down in India with flooding, and over in Australia with all the shit burning down in different places that normally give us food. That's why everything inside the grocery store is so fucking high. Okay? You're going to have to learn how to do things in a sensible way and downscale a little bit. If you got a chicken and you found the chicken at Walmart, wherever, boil it with some rice, get you some peas, carrots, cut up some potatoes, boil that shit together, make a soup. You eat off that shit, put half of it in the freezer, save it for later. Eat off of that shit till you can for 2 days. Then when all the soup, actual water part is gone, turn that bitch into a casserole, stick it in the oven. It's casserole dinner. These are what you call hard time foods that you can eat off of for a fucking week if you're smart. Okay? This is how Black people have survived for years. with no money, with bad situations. Put it like this: your most educated women inside of America are black women with the least amount of pay. The least. And you got families and all of that shit. And we make it work. We make it work with a little bit of nothing. You can do it too. Okay? I think a lot of people's relationships are being tested because some people got married because, hey, he got this, he got that, and I'm going to be good and I can sit on my ass. Now maybe he may not be working. Now the reality of your union is about to come to the forefront. Some people are dealing in some real fucking realities right now. They're beginning to see, what did I get married for? Because a lot of people get married to somebody who has a lot of money, not because they love them so much, because their life is going to be easier. And they can also brag to their friends and feel better about that. But what happens when your friends can't see you no more and all that shit you get ain't about nothing? There's only you and that man that you chose to marry in there. Ain't no more bragging about your Mercedes. Ain't no more bragging about your BMW. Ain't no more bragging about the big house you got, because that motherfucker costs a lot of money to keep right now. Okay? So a lot of reality checks are happening right now, and people are finding that's the reason why so many divorces happening. You don't know. I have a couple of colleagues talking about, I'm so busy right now, I don't know what to do. People are hitting me up every day talking about, I want to divorce, I want to divorce, I want to divorce through this whole entire pandemic. It's because it's no longer fashionable. Okay? Because there's nobody to brag about who I'm better than. So I lost my job at a casino, closed in July, and we're okay for now, thank God. 2020 has not been kind of anybody. Got to learn how to cope and stay safe and ride it through. As you said, as long as we have our jobs, food on the table, it's good enough. That's right. That's true. And it says, and when you got kids, they're being picky because they are vegan and don't want to eat this, don't want to eat that. It's getting on my nerves. And like you get hungry, you'll eat this meat. And you're right. Okay. You can be vegan all you want to when you got vegan money. But when money slows down and mama's got to pay the lights, the gas, and we get ready to go into winter here in Chicago, it gets cold in a bitch here, okay? And cool heating a house with my ceilings here, honey, are about 14 feet high. Okay? I got big, tall ass ceilings on both floors. No joke. All right? This costs some money to heat this place. More money than I'm bringing in right now. But I will go on a payment plan in a hot New York winter and say, I can't afford this shit. What can y'all do for me? I can't afford that payment. What can you do for me? But I also know you can't turn somebody's heat off in the middle of the wintertime, especially here, because people will die. So you understand, things are tough. Kids don't want to eat that. Kids don't want to eat that. Hey, you'll eat that shit when your fucking stomach starts talking to your back. You'd be surprised. And that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And if things get really bad, or people are expecting society to go into this Mad Max situation, you know what I'm saying? This Mad Max idea. Hold on one second. What the hell is going on with my chair? Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm hearing all this popping and shit. 1 second. You know, I sit up here, I'm like, they think we're gonna, go into this Mad Max scenario, and I'm like, this is crazy. No, that's not what's gonna happen here. That's not how we gonna get down at all. Is that we're gonna end up in this situation where everything dwindles down and people are shooting in the streets and you got cannibals running and the zombies and all this other bullshit. I'm like, will y'all grow up and quit watching fucking movies? It said you have to know how to use the system to get those bills paid. And it says, I thank my grandma for teaching. Yes, you do. You got to know how to do it. And trust me, a lot of people do know how to do it. And it's strangely enough, the people you don't expect know how to do that shit. People who sit up here and bougie, and they know all about the programs to do free shit. I'm like, how do you know about this shit? Don't your husband make $100,000? Girl, with times we ain't have this 100,000. It says I did work for DHS and 100. I know all of those different areas are getting laid off. They're not putting it in the news though. They're not. It's not, and you're right, Miss Shirley, no zombies, just corpses. They know exactly what they're doing. And the next thing that we're going to run into next is this shit that they kicking off with this war stuff. I'm telling y'all, this blue moon has not showed up. Blue moons, certain moons are heralds of things to come that are not good. Okay, the last blue moon we had happened 75 years ago, and that was the beginning of World War II. Okay, so we don't know what's going to happen when it comes down to that. There's some things that are going to pop off here. People talk about, oh, folks are getting upset and they're going to, I hope you get off your feet. It says, I hope you get on your feet. I hope everybody gets on their feet, honey. Y'all are not the only ones standing in the in the bounds. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not the only ones standing right there. Everybody's standing right there. Okay? Say I used my savings when my mom passed away. And then I mean that was just to take care of her and get this house up to par for a handicapped person. And then she ended up passing away. So to a certain degree, that was money wasted. So I'm looking at that. There's a lot of things I'm looking at. But you know what? God let me know on the drive, I got you. I got my children. Don't you worry about my business. You make sure you doing what you're supposed to do, which is constantly staying in contact with me and asking me for what you need. Don't go looking to man. Don't go looking to your president. Don't go looking to your senator to do a motherfucking thing for you. Look to me. See that a lot of people get that whole thing mixed up. I had Civil War trouble. Civil War with who, Tanya? What black people are going to be in the street fighting because his ass is president? Don't y'all realize that there's no difference between Trump and Biden? What did Trump really do in the last 4 years? What did they allow him to do? Absolutely, really nothing. Where your power is Congress. Congress is your power. You ain't realized that yet? Mitch McConnell? Miss Nancy Pelosi? That's where your power is. That's why you don't have a stimulus, honey. It has nothing to do with that. Yeah, that clown in the White House. You don't have a stimulus because your senators are acting like assholes. No. Y'all getting caught up with you got to understand there is a political opera going on in front of you right now. Y'all still do not realize. I taught the United States Constitution for almost 10 years. You don't realize that in a state like Illinois, this is a blue state. It's going to go blue regardless. Whether I vote, you vote, or anybody else votes, it's going to go blue. It has 2 electoral votes. So if majority of the people here, there's more Democratic votes than there is Republican votes. They're 2 Democratic. Those 2 electoral votes are going to go for whoever's the president that's blue. Okay? It's not about Biden or honestly, every state has 2 to 3 electoral votes, and some just 1. That whole situation has already been decided. They keep you focused on the president. They keep you focused on the president, but you're not focused on your lower ticket people. You're not focused on the people who are coming from your state to represent you in Congress. Do you want to know why you don't have a stimulus? It's because you got some of the Democrats saying, yeah, we need a stimulus right now. People need help right now. And other Democrats are saying, well, we don't want to pass a stimulus because it's going to make Trump look good and we need to get him out the office. Then you got Republicans saying, either way, we ain't want to give you something at all, period, bitch. Okay? We want small little skinny bills and tiny bills to be able to put Band-Aids on somebody gushing blood, okay? To say they did something. Now, looking at all the players on there, does it look like they trying to fix this shit? Hell no. They playing political games with your life and your kids and your bills and your house. You worried about Trump and Biden, two old ass 70-year-old men? Girl, bad. The bitch you need to be watching is that fucking crow-faced bitch, Miss Nancy Pelosi, and that turtle ass fucker, Mitch McConnell. Them the majority leaders that's running this shit. If you were in 8th grade and you had me as a fucking constitutional teacher, oh, you would have had a lovely time because you would have understood exactly how this shit works. Your little vote going in and how many for Biden and how many for Trump, that's not it. Your state has electoral votes. Whoever gets the majority of the votes get the electoral fucking vote, period. That's it. That's all. And whether Biden goes in or not, you might get, all they still talking about giving you, honey, is $1,200. What is $1,200 going to do in a winter? In a winter where you can't work. How long is $1,200 going to last at your house? How many programs are they going to be able to give you to be able to help you catch up on whatever you're behind right now? Some people get $400. $1,200 on a normal time for me, and what I would normally used to make it would maybe help me for the amount of bills that I would have to pay for half the month. That's why I worked. And that's what you all have to understand. For most black people, shit ain't gonna change because what really changes for us? I don't wait on that shit. What really changes for black people? It says $1,200 will only cover one house payment or one well shit here. Like I said, a 1-bedroom rent for 1 month. But shit, if your ass is behind 2 months, what the fuck is that really gonna do? And you ain't got a job coming right behind that to go back to? What's it gonna do? That's what they're discussing about you right now, the American people. Just giving $1,200. Let's try to extend unemployment for maybe 6 more weeks. 6 more weeks, bitch. With the job that I had is never coming back. And then they're gonna play reindeer games on hiring. We're gonna go back to the way things used to be, where it used to be, especially here in Chicago, where I live at, you might have all of these degrees and all this education, and they see, oh, well, shit, my girl Trudy over here need a job. It'll be about who you know. Not what you know, but who you know. People are not only that, I drove downtown yesterday after coming back from Indiana. I drove downtown yesterday and I sat up there, I'm like, it ain't nothing but a remnant and a very small remnant of people who are even at work. Those big, tall skyscrapers down there are completely empty and have been empty for months. The hotels are locked and closed. Some of the most best upscale hotels in Chicago have not been opened in 6 months. So where did all of the maids, all of the janitors, all of the people, the cooks, all of those, where did they go? They are out of work. Like my work is $2,300 a month, and it said that might help with some groceries and utilities, but nothing else. Exactly. But that's all they talking about giving you. So what difference if it's Biden or Trump? The people who making the choice on what you gonna get is Congress. And the president is going to just sign the shit, and it doesn't matter which one is sitting there. That's all they talking about giving you. It says Melania and Cloud. It said and the clown. Yeah. But I mean, Biden is sitting up there looking like he's one stroke away from fucking falling out too. First of all, we got to stop thinking that these old ass white guys are going to make. These dudes got one foot on a banana peel and the other one on a goddamn ice, on an ice slab of ice. Honey, come on, they ain't gonna last long. We talk about people who getting ready to go into dementia and don't even know who the fuck they are being your president. Why do we think this shit is supposed to save us? That's why I understand why evict people. It's not like you You're not going to get anybody to move in. And the landlords are just trying to find a way to get their coin. Because you got to understand, landlords are paying property taxes up the ass. They still may have a mortgage on that motherfucking building. And the mortgage company is like, girl, you can get this forbearance and shit, but at some point you got to give me back all this money. Okay? All right. I mean, these banks are still asking you for money like you're working. It's like, for real? You don't realize what's going on outside? It said they need to put a cap on age. Yes, Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell are some old bitches too. Let's keep it 100. They old. And they are, some of them are very much so senile, baby. I have been around old people. My job used to be old people and dealing with them and their money. Now, they might be still on it as far as thinking and stuff like that. But, baby, sometimes they get a little clouded in their thoughts and cantankerous in their thinking, where they think that everything is just like how they are. Everybody's not living how grandma and grandpa live who got money. Okay? That's why you have dysfunctional families to this day. Seriously. These people need to go home. It's time to pack up the grannies and the granddaddies and sit their ass down somewhere. And some young people will come into this. We need some fresh blood. Honestly, I get rid of them all. They've done nothing. They went on. You see how many vacations these people have went on? More vacations than all of us wrapped together. They've taken in 1 year. In 1 year, I've never seen so many vacations taken by the Senate in my life. But this has been going on. We just hearing about it now. And they said when you ask what I'm behind, it says I know when they ask you who are you behind, I'm like, damn. My husband and I stress that when he gets back to work, he's going to stop making $10. Yes, he's got there's a lot of people working right now at half of what they used to make. Half. And we talking about people with damn good jobs. Frankly, they're good. This says they are not good for any people. Majority of the politicians are there for money and power. And it's the same around the world. Yes. First of all, you got a bunch of rich people trying to make decisions for a bunch of poor people as if you are stupid. See, the problem is that Americans are getting caught up on the stupid shit, the song and dance they put in front of your face. Okay? You're getting caught up in a political theater without using your critical fucking thinking skills. Critical thinking skills are very, very, very important dealing with politics. I'll tell you why. When I dealt with the situation with my mom and I went up against Blue Cross Blue Shield and Advocate Health, they would have treated me like they treat anybody else, like they would treat you. The only reason why they didn't treat me like they treat the average person is because, strangely enough, I didn't know anything about medicine, but I also knew how to read, and I also knew that they weren't doing anything to take care of my mom. So I documented every little thing that happened there, everything. And they did some really fucked up shit. And then, by me being a critical thinker and understanding how shit moves in business, I sent those problems that I listed and documented to the people in charge of both places and said, you need to get this shit right, or else this shit is going to a whole nother level you don't want. And once they realize, oh, this bitch knows how to go through the chain of command, she knows how to get the attention, and she's got all the fucking evidence she needs. This ain't no stupid motherfucker that's talking about, could you please help my mom? Could you save my mom? No, this is a bitch that's sitting up here saying, either you're going to do what you're supposed to do, or I'm going to see your ass in court, and this hospital is going to be my motherfucking name, and bitch, you're going to be without a job. Now, which one we want to do? Oh, the first thing they do to a critical thinker is get this bitch whatever she wants so she can keep her mouth shut and don't let the others in here know how to do this. We get her mouth shut, she ain't gonna say nothing to the other people around that we fucking over either. See, until Americans start to understand how our government works for real, you ain't gonna get nothing. You ain't gonna get shit. You still sitting there talking about Democrats, Republicans, Democrats. You stupid. It's the same fucking bird. When have you ever kicked a bird with two wings and one wing just, I ain't got nothing to do with that? What? It's the same goddamn bird. They doing the same shit to you. Pluck it out your damn eyes. Wake up. I don't give a damn about Biden and Trump. I voted lower ticket. The motherfuckers that's sitting up here representing my state. You gonna go in, if you want my vote, you're gonna have to represent me and us getting some motherfucking money up in Chicago and Illinois. Okay? Because y'all playing reindeer games up there. Period. Said you ain't taking no nonsense from nobody. But you cannot. You have to become a critical thinker. You have to be able to see past the lies. Do you know it's some black folks sitting up here talking about because Kamala Harris saying Atomic Dog, they voting for her. This is the kind of critical thinking motherfuckers got these days. I don't give a damn if that bitch spit on her motherfucking head to her draws show. You can't sit in my face and sing Atomic Dog and ask me for my vote. Bitch, have you lost your mind? See, she wasn't in front of no real voters. She's sitting on a radio show. Hillary couldn't get up there talking about, I have hot sauce in my bag. And black people went fucking crazy. Really? Because if she sat in front of me and said that dumb shit, who are you talking to? I'm not Ray Ray and Pookie and them. What the hell you gonna do for these black people or minorities in America? You can keep your hot sauce in your fucking bag, bitch. Do I look like I'm having potato chips and something over here? Do I look like I'm eating chicken? What the fuck are you saying? Biden got on the radio and said up there and said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. And I would have said, if you don't get your white ass out my goddamn station talking that bullshit, come back in after you done grabbed your mind that is clearly you have lost on the street before you walked up in here and said that dumb ass shit to me. But you got black folks. No, that shit ain't funny. They're not talking to real people. But that's all they look at black folks for. They know you're going to vote Democrat regardless. So, we ain't even got to talk to them. We can just say, bow, wow, wow, yippee-oh, yippee-ay. I got your vote. That's how fucked up they look at most black people when they say it. They said, I know who I voted for Hillary. But let me tell you something. This is the other part that you guys got to understand. I voted for Hillary, that bitch. Not because she had hot sauce in her bag. Because I knew that Trump was a fucking idiot. You don't put a reality star inside of the White House. That's just fucking dumb. But if you paid attention, Hillary won with over 2 million motherfucking votes more than Trump. This is why I tell you, it's not about how many votes they get. It's the electoral colleges, darling. Now, you saw that shit happen before with Gore. You don't understand. You have the illusion of thinking that your vote counts for the presidency. It counts for the Senate, but it don't count for the presidency, baby. Never. It never did. Not for a while. Since Kennedy, it hasn't counted. They could play with all kind of things inside the electoral college. In fact, the electoral college is so damn strange and mystical. It's like, what the fuck is it? Can't nobody tell you really exactly what it is other than, every state get 2 votes and 3 depending on the population. And that's how we make up our mind on who's going to be the president. See, it ain't about the fact that Hillary had 2 million votes more than Trump and he is still president. See, y'all forget that shit. Electoral college is a trick bag, baby. It says the whole Europe. It says whole Europe does not get y'all. We don't get it neither, Brenda. Because if once you start to be a person that thinks, you begin to see the whole situation is made up against you. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's like that. I mean, that's why you can only be obsessed about what's happening in your state, because those are the real elections. Those are the real elections. Those are the people that you can walk your ass up on their motherfucking house and say, what the fuck you think you're doing? As constituents. They come back here to Chicago and you can be right there at their office asking them questions. See, once you go to Washington, that's one thing, but you got to bring your ass back to your state at some point. And trust me, your constituents are not going to want to hear, well, it's not just me. No, they're going to be like, if you don't get the shit that we need done, your ass is out of here. Okay? But nationally wise, we're fucked. The presidential election should have just been electoral college voting in 5 minutes. Yeah, if it was done right. But you got to put on the whole entire, production of people feeling like their vote counts and it's included and you have a right and your forefathers fought for your right to fucking vote. Right. Yeah. Okay. It says, I like the young senator from GA. Yeah, I like him too. It says, oh, that's why old boy begging for money. Hell yeah, Lindsey Graham on there begging like a motherfucker, baby. He got his hand out, help the poor, bitch, bye. I wish somebody would have been from in the background inside the damn station. Bitch, bye, you tried it. Pack your bags, Lindsey. Okay. Take your old ass with your old Southern drag ass on back on home, boo. Pack up your bags, honey. Go ahead, take your butter biscuit on the way home. You're done. He was done when he started backing Trump, but he backed Trump because somebody had something on his ass, baby. Somebody had something on Mr. Lindsey Graham because he was one of Trump's number one foes, but people tend to forget that shit. People got short ass memories. He was like, I can't stand Trump. Then all of a sudden you on his bumper. Who you molest? You molested somebody. You touched somebody wrong. Your ass is married and they found out your ass like dick. That's what happened. Lindsey, you got caught. On your knees somewhere in the White House. Yup. That's what happened. Oh, I love Trump now. No, somebody got your ass on film, bitch. And that's why he started changing his tune. This shit is real. Them freaky ass old men up in there and them strange ass bitches up in there ain't no joke. They will ruin your ass. And you better start singing another tune when they talking about taking all the shit that you got and unveiling all of the different people you may be in bed with that you don't want nothing to know about. You saw how Biden started hiccuping and shit through the debate. When they started talking about his son Hunter, yeah, and yeah, your son a crackhead, yeah. See, they start getting ghetto and shit when they know shit like that about you. They do. Your damn son a crackhead. We got pictures of him smoking a pipe. Ain't that your boy? Ain't that your son? You got a daughter over there doing some strange shit for some change. Ain't that your babies? Them your kids, right? You trying to run for president. You trying to be all American. What the fuck is that back there? They get real fucking ghetto. That's why I said Civil War for what? Black people ain't finna fucking fight over Trump not being in office. Black people ain't finna fight over Biden not being in office. For what? That's white people gonna be in the street doing that shit. We gonna be at home trying not to get COVID. Okay? Nobody got time for that shit. And he talked about, if I survive COVID, they gave your ass top of the line fucking medication, Trump. Everybody, you and me, and everybody in this chat to get this shit is not going to get the same medication that our president got. He's not. We're not. So he can let that shit go. Okay? And he still ain't out the woods yet, because anybody who's had COVID tells you that shit takes a lot of the strength out of your body and you never get it back, depending on how bad you got it. And we talk about people who are in great physical shape, got it, and they still are tired. And it's just like with West Nile. People get over it and they still don't have the ability to move their bodies the way they used to. It takes a lot to come back from that shit. So at the end of the day, honey, this is a circus that I find absolutely hilarious watching. But ain't nothing ever changed for people that look like me. So I don't have anything invested in this election. I don't. Like I said, I voted for people in my state, the loyal ticket people that are in my state, as well as the Congress, because that's where the true power is. Them two fucking fools, I guarantee you, Illinois will be literally blue, like clockwork. They don't need me. Says, I believe that my son and I got back in late May. I would have a bathroom porch open. Anyone will hear anybody coughing. It said you should. You know, a lot of people have said I should have ran. Especially, I mean, here inside my neighborhood, people like, you need to run for alderman here. I said, I surely don't need to run for alderman here, because our area will be bougie as hell. There'll be all kind of shit going on over here. All kinds. But you also got to understand something. You can have all the greatest intentions in the world when it comes down to politics. But once you get into politics, there's always going to be somebody that meets you at the door saying, yeah, you promised this, you promised that. But let me tell you something, baby girl, this is the right. These are the rules of the game here. And either you choose to follow the rules or we'll get rid of your ass. They read you the riot act at the door. Trust and believe that. That's the reason why I never wanted to fuck with politics, because I seen what happened with my family in politics. You have great intentions, but as soon as you walk in there, they tell you this is what you're going to do. And if you don't do it, you won't be here long. See, I told you, I live in Gotham. This is one of the most politically corrupt cities in the world, Chicago. Okay? We talking about straight gangsters sit in them seats downtown Chicago. You think Mary Light, Miss Lightfoot, the black mayor here, is small potatoes? That's a gangster, baby. All day, every day. Also with the gay mafia behind her. That's a gangster, baby. You don't get in those chairs being some, I just want to do something wonderful for everyone in the neighborhood in my city. That's bullshit. That bitch, get her in a fucking clique. Get her in an office by herself. And don't want you find out real fucking quick. You dealing with a gangster bitch. You might as well be talking to one of the vice lords or something on the street. I learned that about, what's his name? Obama's boy, Rahm Emanuel. He was real nice trying to get votes. Get his ass in a room by himself talking to the teachers union lady that was here in Chicago. He called that bitch a fat bitch to her face. Let me tell you. It was all on the news. He called her a fat bitch to her face. And let her know what she could get off. And she did not win. They did not get everything they wanted. They compromised, but trust me, it wasn't everything that the teachers union wanted. But he didn't have no problem. He cussed that bitch out to her face with a straight face. You don't come up in here talking about this, talking about that. Says, he said he invested in a company and got $25 million to pay back. Yeah. It says when he got sick with COVID, fake drove up prices. He may have done all of that. So I earned $1 billion and paid back $45 million. Hey. At the end of the day, this is a game for rich folks. It's not a game for poor people. We're just sitting back watching the money fly over our heads. Like, What about us? That's what the American people and people around the world are doing while all these rich folks is playing reindeer games with money. They throwing money back and forth to each other, and while they putting it in their pocket while you're standing here doing this. I'm losing my house. We don't give a fuck. You understand? That's what they're doing to you. That's what they're doing to every person on the planet that ain't rich. If you notice, what is that? What is that old man's name that everybody liked? Who ran for president last year? I can't think of this old man's name. He loud as hell, Jewish guy. Bernie Sanders. He outed everybody. He said, "These all the motherfuckers that made the money during COVID." Told you they get ghetto. They get ghetto. They telling it all. Oh, you want to know who to be mad at? Be mad at this motherfucker, Jeff Bezos. Be mad at this motherfucker, Tesla. Be mad at them because they made this much money, this much money. They telling it all. They got money. They got paid off this shit. The only people that's making money right now are rich folks and some very creative people who are not sitting back waiting on the government to do something for them. And that brings me back to what I was trying to tell y'all. Don't wait on the government. Start coming up with some ideas. I have this channel for Chinese dramas. Some of y'all know how to make meals that last a while. Teach some of these women that don't know how to deal with not being able to get their, Angus beef and their filet mignon, how to be able to cut up a chuck motherfucking steak and make some motherfucking stew, baby, and ride on that bitch for about 3 days. Come on. Y'all got to come up with some ideas on how to be able to survive this. You would be surprised how many of you all would end up finding your new niches. All right. Some people on this channel are good at something. Very good at something. You just has not sat down and said, what can I do? Oh, a website costs too much. This costs YouTube is fucking free. It didn't cost me shit. Okay. But my time. I got a computer. I got my own little things. As I go, I just increase or upgrade certain things. Okay. But it's certain stuff that I like. But you have got to know how to do that. Rice and beans. Show a motherfucker how to cook them motherfuckers up and make them taste like something out of sight. This like a gourmet fucking dinner. Put a gourmet name on that bitch, and it ain't nothing but rice and beans, bitch. Pork and beans. It ain't nothing but some hot dogs and some pork and beans. But you call that shit poom la la la. Okay? I'm sorry. You have got to start knowing how to do some shit. It's certain shit you like. Like I told my daughter, you like doing this fucking personal training shit? Then get it going. We got to hustle now. It's time to get low, get loose, baby. It's time to start thinking about what is it you know how to do that it's not going to cost a lot of money to do it. Some of us know how to do many things. We just not thinking about it. And that's the thing about taking personal responsibility for where your finances are coming from. You got to think about it. We're coming into a society that's going to be touchless for a while. We ain't going to be able to touch each other for a while. Okay? So what is it that you can do that can profit a business that's touchless and bring to the table for a business that that may have it? You have to sit down and think about these things and brainstorm. And that's why we over here in Discord. So if people have any ideas of what they want to do or might want to try out, you can bounce some ideas off some of these maymays with these master's degrees that's sitting up in this room that, hey, shit, they here sitting at home too. Hey, we might be able to come up with a thing. Okay? You never know. By sitting down and talking to each other, what you may come up with, women, ladies. I'm a firm believer in everybody coming together, with different ideas and stuff like that. There might be things that women need they didn't know they needed. Okay? The woman who came up with the concept of what is it called? Honey pot, the things that help vaginal situations with yeast infections or vaginal pH balances. That woman came up with that shit in her house. And the ingredients that she uses And literally everyday shit that's in your crib. I'm like, damn. And every woman swears by that shit. They swear by that shit. You got marketing people that's sitting in this area. You got people that know how to be able to put shit together. You may have people that know how to be able to do many things. Y'all can put some of these ladies that's 60 some odd years old back to work. That's some smart old bar bras that got knocked off jobs for whatever reason and come back with a vengeance, honey. I'm sorry. I have always liked my older employees because they had knowledge that me as a young person, I did not have. They taught me how to handle things in ways that I did not know how to handle. So you never ever cut off people because they're older, because they might be able to set your ass with that old and that new mixed together. Y'all can come up with an empire. Yeah, honey pot. I've tried it. Excellent product. Excellent product. All natural ingredients. Honey, it ain't gonna have your ass on fire like that goddamn monostat shit where you sit up there. Child. Teenage years. Oh, Lord, monostat was no joke. Cook your ass from the inside out. You be letting the damn bed talking about Lord Jesus, Lord. You sit up there patting your own legs. Woo! Okay. But that girl came up with something beautiful. Beautiful product that puts you back on track in less time than monostat. And ain't burning your insides out. Okay? And people swear by it. They swear by it. She came up with that recipe the same way I came up with mine. It was a dream. And I started researching all of these different things to be able to use on the skin for skin irritation for people who have eczema. And it's not working, and all of the stuff that they're giving them with all these antibiotics is not working for no more than 2 weeks. My shit keep working. Okay, that kind of stuff. You never know where your gifts are, and sometimes something like this can happen to knock you out your comfort zone and say, you know what, it's time for me to step out and do something different. It really is. I got a gift with being able to put wigs on that people like. I thought that was your hair. Short wigs, all that kind of stuff. Little tiny little stuff. You understand what I'm saying? You never know what you might be able to do that might influence somebody else. So you can't ever put things on the back burner, especially not evolving into something different. There's some people that know how to make compost and grow plants like crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Just regular food shit and know how to put a banana inside of the ground, and all of a sudden you got beautiful fucking roses. I didn't know that shit, but somebody got on YouTube and told me about it. And I've been doing that shit, and I have a beautiful rose bush every year. So I just want you all to understand that depression, you got to understand what you're dealing with first and then say, this is how I'm going to deal with it. We are all in the space that we are supposed to be at the time we're supposed to be in it. If you got issues with work and you're not in work, you're supposed to be right here. Because 9 chances out of 10, it's time for you to take a turn around the block, okay? And go into another neighborhood that you're not used to as far as work is concerned. And it may be a work where you're the boss. Everybody is tired of making other people's dreams come true. You tired of seeing your boss say, I ain't gonna come to work today and it's cool. And they tell you, yeah, me and my grandbaby, we're going to Africa this year, or we're going to Egypt this year, or we're going over here, we're going to, some Jamaica, and your ass can't make enough money to go across the street. You know what I'm saying? Everybody tired of that shit. And you might be saying, I'm sick of not being able to do it. I can do a vacation, but I'm end up doing a staycation at the house, staying at the house. I recommend K-dramas because they're the first life. It's like you're talking, it says they're talking about surviving the economy. Yeah. Comical insight into tough times and dealing with situations. And I've seen that drama, and you're right. You have to stay positive about what is happening with this. And you got to stay prayed up. You got to stay prayed up and you got to become very creative. It's some women out here that can do some shit that I'm like, oh my God, this is really different and new. You understand? And come up with amazing things. You understand? If you could come up with a new way of doing some shit that only women do, baby. It says, hey, it's like K-dramas, Chinese. They are very therapeutic. Watch them, get some inspiration from them, and try as hard as you can. I know kids get on your damn nerves. I'm tired of seeing mine, and she live upstairs, okay? But that's all you got in this life. I think this happened because we needed to realize what was important and what's not important. And the reality is that a lot of us were chasing after something that did not exist. We're climbing ladders to where? Where's the corporate ladder now? That fucking ladder has been thrown across the room and shattered, honey, and broken. Where's the corporate ladder now? Who? You don't have to step on nobody now. Ain't nobody to step on. Everybody at home. You ain't got to backstab no more. See, I went through a lot of backstab, and people gone through all kind of shit on these jobs, baby. All kind of horrendous shit. Backstabbing bitches, evil ass motherfuckers that they ain't got shit else better to do. Crazy ass Karens that's upset at they fucking life because their husband don't like them. And shit, if you was her husband, you wouldn't like him either. You understand what I'm saying? You wouldn't like the bitch neither. And they would come to work just to fuck with you because they just miserable bitches. All that's over with now. All of it. One, what we gonna do? There's nobody to step on. There's nobody to talk about. There's nobody to bully. There's nobody to bully now. And if you at home and you happen to be doing these Zoom parties on these computers and shit, look, before my job was no more job, I had one of the directors, and she's sitting here talking. Her husband walked right past her in the background with his drawers and just belly showing and everything, scratching his ass in the refrigerator. I'm sure that's not what she wanted everybody to say. And him talking crazy. Clearly, he had a long night of drinking because he was still fucked up in the morning, still talking shit. She's like, babe, could you please go? He's like, could you shut the fuck up? And he didn't realize that she was on there with us. And we see all the business going on at your house. You understand? But people are not used to this. And the more, and then the sad part about it is that the more that we are coming away from the way we used to do things, the more people are cutting back on how much you can work, how much you can have as far as costs are concerned, all of that. So your amount of how much money you used to make is getting shorter too. And you got big bills. And a lot of these big bills you got because you was trying to keep up with the Joneses. Got to start facing them those issues too. You were trying to keep up with your friends so you can have something to brag about that you better than her. Or you better than him. Now what? Now what? Are you gonna be telling him, girl, my husband left me because I ain't better than nobody? I'm just a ragged motherfucker that talk a lot of shit, and he don't like that. The pretty only lasts for so long. When you stealing with, you got a house that's $3,200 a month. You got cars that's sitting outside that's about $65,000 a piece, and them notes is damn near $600, and ain't no money coming in. Shit get real fucking fast. Shit get real fucking fast. Your cute face is not paying no bills, boo. It's only so much sexing you can do to keep people's mind off of what's real. Okay? And once that man finds out ain't shit this bitch can do for me, or once she finds out ain't shit this man can do for me, motherfuckers want to get divorced. They want to get divorced. I need somebody that can take care of me and all my Mercedes and all this shit. And I want to go on a trip and they say we can't go anywhere. And honey, all these bills need to get paid. Because I'm not working a job making $200,000 anymore. See, reality is slapping a lot of people in the face. Oh, it's not quite there yet. This second wave is going to make it get there, though. You're going to see a lot more violence happening in homes come this winter. Because Number one, we're going into hibernation period in the United States already, because people don't go anywhere other than to work and home on a normal time during the winter months. We're not hanging out in parks. We're not going to movies. We ain't doing all that shit. We usually go to the bar, get something to drink, hang out with a couple of friends, but most of the time we just going to work and coming home. It says, with COVID, what's your Thanksgiving? You gotta understand. I don't found out about my family right now. You know what I'm saying? So Tank, what is that? Tank, what is that? Take givings. When you took somebody else's shit and celebrating it. We don't do that anymore. So right now, our family is just staying with each other's families, and we're just gonna do what we do. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Right now, my Christmases are coming up on. Actually, we just had our Christmas. Tabernacle, the Feast of Tabernacles has already happened for me. So our Christmas, we've already done Christmas here. Gifts have already been given. Okay. But we don't do Thanksgiving in my family. Everybody kind of stays to themselves. We don't alienate anybody who does Thanksgiving, but we stopped doing that once everybody kind of understood exactly what our background is of Native Americans riding in our family the way it is. We don't do Thanksgiving anymore. So we have our time in October, the last, like the 26th of October. We have like almost a whole, well, it starts 22nd of October all the way to the 26th. That's our whole week of Thanksgiving. Of our holidays for the season. We don't do Christmas, we don't do Thanksgiving, we just do that. And then that's it. So everybody's finished with our holidays. But yeah, once you start doing those genealogy things, it puts a whole nother understanding on stuff. To be completely honest with you, it does. On both my sides of family, there's Indians riding. So no, we ain't doing that this year. And I'm so happy they respected that. What do you think of what it says, Pat? What do you do happens with the fake Jones? What do you think is going to happen with the fake Joneses? People who spend all their money on material things and curious about what happens to unpaid debt. What you think will happen to the Joneses? They gonna show their true colors of who they really are to everybody. Nobody wants to see they shit get rolled off by the repo guy. I've been there. Okay. I know what that's like. Nobody wants to sit up here and know that when you go to the grocery store, you pulling out a link card. They get ready to see, you getting ready to see just how phony they truly are, or they'll become very humbled. Those people need to be humbled a bit because they forgot what life was really about. And they stepped on a lot of people to get the shit that they got. So what you're going to see is, you remember that saying is, watch how you climb, or the same people that you see going up are the same people you see going down. Well, a lot of that's happening right now. So they're going to have their moment in the sunshine. Trust me. If you pull your ass out and shake it in front of people, honey, at some point, they're going to do it to you too. Those people backstabbed and everything to get what they got. I've seen many of them. I've been stepped on by a few of them getting where they going. And I'm seeing karma, baby. Houses being foreclosed on. They ain't got thrown out their houses yet because they still got a little help going on. But they like, yeah, we had to give our car back and da-da-da-da-da. And my son, we can't have him go to college right now. No, bitch, it's worse than what the fuck you saying. But I'll keep listening to the bullshit. See, I know how to count. And your man is looking real strange and raggedy. And he ain't never home now during COVID. So where he at his girlfriend house? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, baby. And you ain't popping with the hair getting whipped and the nails and popping out of rides every day and everything's on me. And making you feel like you 2 cents and shit because you can't afford it. But see, I always knew those people were who they were. So I don't expect nothing. I feel bad for them because now everything is getting ready to come out. I say, come around next year in the spring, you're going to see a lot of your people keeping up with the Joneses fucked up. You don't see a lot of them. And I'm not going to smile in their face and say, yeah, that's why you that happen. No. You don't do that to them kind of people. You pray for them kind of people. Because hopefully they'll learn better that all this material shit didn't mean nothing. Now you got to deal with your own badass kids. You ain't got the nanny coming over to fix it. Oh, the nanny. Fuck you mean, nanny? I can't take dealing with these kids. Bitch, you shouldn't have never had them. Didn't you have them to make sure you locked this dude with the money down? Now you got to be mama for real. What's up? I thought you were so in love. No, you were so in love with his bank account. Now his bank account done shrank. Where's the love at? What much love there to begin with? You were there for what you could get and making sure your security was cool. And now the security ain't cool. Now you're looking for another pond to jump in because this one's dried up. Now those type of guys who got married to those type of women are beginning to see what they got into. The bitches that's walking around with the big ass rings and shit like that. This ring right here is for fucking when shit get bad, or I'm gonna pull this motherfucker off and say, give me some money. Give me some money for this motherfucker right here. But it's not a lot of people that are gonna do that. I've never tried to keep up with Jones. I already know what that game gonna get you. Yeah, that's before shit went bad. But these girls are gonna fall very far from they, crowned little thrones that they thought they had in front of the same friends that they talk shit about and made them feel like they were nothing. Not everyone is a mother, father, and not everyone is. That's true. But a lot of these people, and you've seen them on your jobs, you see how they deal with you on a regular basis. Some folks, because you imagine them being parents, and then they get pregnant and it's a big to-do. I'm getting married. And then after that, I'm having a baby. And this bitch has the most awful attitude on a regular basis you ever want to meet. And now she's in a hurry. She's going to kick off a spawn. How's that going to work out? Oh, well, we're getting a nanny, so I'll just work and everything and we'll still work, or I'm going to take off this much time from work to be with the baby. Then they find out that that baby shit ain't what it's cracked up to be, and that bitch back at work fucking with you. Like I said, people got some problems right now. That's why you got these Karens coming in these stores acting crazy as hell. They are acting a nut. Not everybody is meant to be fathers and mothers. But at the end of the day, ladies, you've about to see a lot of karma. That's what I'll say. 2020 has been karma. This has been a year of karma and outing, if you notice. Being exposed. People being exposed for everything that they never thought would come out. That shit about P. Diddy and all that, I always knew it was funny shit with that. I had too many people that ain't in the music business tell me, baby, you don't want to get involved with this. You don't want to get involved with that. That's why I never went into anything with R&B or hip hop. People like, you need to get in the hip hop game. No, I don't. I already heard what goes up in there. I don't need that shit. I'll stay inside the little off-centered area of house music. Thank you very much. But people are just telling everybody business right now. And they ain't scared. They spilling the beans. Do you honestly think it's finna stop? Because 2021 is going to be your year of justice. You finna see some people get exactly what the fuck they deserve. We talking about revenge served up cold is coming 2021. You thought 2020 was something. You thought 2020 was something. You ain't seen shit yet. You ain't seen shit yet. It's going to be some people falling out dead from their shit coming out in the open. Okay, it says, inside secretly, I am revving for the corporate bullies and fake Jones. Get that taste of humble pie. And it says Al Bunny was a jerk and was humble like that. Yep. So I grew up in Jamaica. My parents and adults in the neighborhood will whoop me and adjust my attitude when I messed up. That's because your parents gave a damn about you, Denise. They gave a damn so you wouldn't come up being stupid. Okay, I got my ass whooped by the whole neighborhood too. And then if the whole neighborhood had whooped your ass, then you had to go back home. My mama had 7 brothers and sisters. That's a lot of ass whoopings going on. You ain't got to tell me shit else after that. So I didn't say that. It's like I'm praying 2021 very ready year. For those who understand what time we living in, we're in a 7-year time. We are down right now 3 years. We got 4 more to go. And that's all I'm going to say about that. If you understand what I'm saying, we got 4 more to go. These 4 years to the next, what is that? The next solar eclipse that does an X on America. That will literally hit. That will be the end of this trial time. And trust and believe, I went through this in my own personal life, as far as when I went through the time of Saturn going through my sign. And it was terrible, baby. Saturn is a taskmaster, baby. Whoop your ass, break you down to nothing, and stand your ass back up again. America's going through that as a whole. So brace yourself. Stay prayed up. Stay watchful to your surroundings. Because with people's lives being broken in two and shattered, honey, like fine glass all over the place, you got to understand it's going to be people walking around hating you because the fact that you may have a piece of shit little car that's running and theirs got repoed. You may have a little bag of groceries going home to your kids that you scrounged up some money to and they don't. Okay? I'll be honest with you. On a scale of 1 to 10, 2020 for me was an 8. I've been all right. But see, you got to understand, I done been through some shit in my life. I done lost everything and got it back. I done had things taken from me, got it back. I done had backstabbing motherfuckers fuck up my career and got it back. I've been in this area not having a job, not knowing when one gonna come. And got one and everything got back on track. Okay? I done had times where all I had in my refrigerator was crackers and fucking tea. All right? I remember days in my family where my grandpa and them had, this is before cell phones, the phone would go off. Phone's off. Okay? Lights are acting strange. We're going to pull some money together, get the lights back on for how many days, and we're going to figure out how to pay the bill next time. Ain't nobody got a washer or dryer. They ain't the fucking kid. Everybody taking turns in their house washing their clothes in the motherfucking bathtub, baby. Okay? Hard time meals were a real thing in my life. All right? So, this, for me, 2020 was an 8. Actually, one of the better years that I've had. 2017 was the worst shit in my life. In fact, 2008 and 9 was even worse than that. Okay? So I done had ups and downs. 2011, let's put it like this. From the time that the recession started all the way to 11, this bitch was going through some shit, from relationships to jobs and all that shit happening all at once, going all at the same time. We talking about getting broke down. Oh, baby. When Saturn comes through your sign, baby, it ain't no motherfucking joke. Oh, your shit is tested. Every part of your steel that you thought you had was tested. Some of us are getting tested, some of us are not. Some of us done been through so much shit, we know what bad is. This ain't shit. I don't know what next year is going to bring for me. All I know is it's in God's hands. He know what next year going to bring for me, and that's it. Kerosene heaters. Hey, I know about the oven, baby. When the heat is off and all you got is that gas bill that you can pay to make the cooking oil, the cooking gas, and you open this bitch up, closed doors and shit, and everybody sit in the motherfucking kitchen and watch TV. Baby. Hard times. And I'm still here. And I still wore a smile to work every day, knowing damn well I was coming home to a cold ass motherfucking house. Okay? So this compared to other shit I done been through, this ain't nothing. Boiling water to wash your ass with when the water bills. People don't know the different wars different people have fought. If you still getting some money coming in your house, you are doing very well. A lamp in the old school stove growing up, honey, we had that in the house, depending on how high the fucking gas bill. Depending on the gas bill, how high that motherfucker got. Or a landlord that didn't want to pay his bill, he was behind, and everybody in the whole entire building complex was without heat. It says, my son is so spoiled, I let him every day. Kids do not have air conditioning or heat or internet. Button heads now. War children over here, 5 years living in the shelter, COVID. Yeah, about that. We all still good. You damn right. We all have known worse times than this. It's just that some people have never seen worse times, ladies. They don't even know what you know. They don't even know what you know with the little you got. And the shit that you may have been through and came through, they don't know what you know. And they falling out and kill myself and go kill everybody in the store because I ain't got no job. Did you go to unemployment, bitch? Did you try to go and get some food stamps or something before you go through all of that? Oh my God. Say outdoor, kitchen door. Yep, bathhouse. It said these is a year where they have had bad. It said this year hasn't been bad for me either. A bit overworked, but you know, as a nurse, but I've had a good job. 2016, rough years. That's what I'm saying. Certain years were rough for different people. Some people couldn't get a job. I always seem to get jobs right on my birthday when shit get ready to go like down the motherfucking tubes. God opens up something like, boop. Okay, bitch, you back in line. Don't stop all that crying and shit, talking to me any kind of way. I got you. You're going to have to trust in God. All of us. That's all you can do. Trust in him, and he going to direct your path. And that's all I can give you. And that's the best shit. That's better than $1 million. Trust in him. No, he got it. No, he already knew about all this shit getting ready to happen way before you did. He know what your end going to be. You just don't know. That's all. It's going on 2 hours, y'all, and I got to go. But thank you for hanging out with me this Saturday. And honey, I am going to be watching some dramas because I got a couple that's up right now that I'm really into. Y'all have a lovely time. I appreciate all you guys and all my maymays from other places. You just don't know. I love you guys a lot. Yes, 2 hours be. Okay. Remember to thumbs up the video if you did not. Thank you all so much. And I will see you next Saturday, darlings. Bye.